2010, it seems, is a bumper year for racing games. And certainly the most anticipated by Formula One fans is F1 2010. But can Codemasters do what no one has done before and make a version of the sport that satisfies both this hardcore and more casual speedsters alike? So brilliantly realised and buzzing with activity are the off-track environments, the paddock where your agent waits, and the pit garage where the engineers tinker. You'll forget they're just glorified menus.
Starter up, car to track.
And you'll hit the track already immersed in the world of F1. It's then that the sounds hit you. Your car doesn't just roar, it rattles, growls and thumps. Scary. But if you're hoping for the soothing tones of a TV commentator to calm your nerves, forget it. All you've got is the banal pit engineer.
Be aware you've picked up some gravel on the tyres. You'll lose some grip until it wears off.
Thanks. The tracks themselves are, of course, just like you see them on TV. But they can only be as exciting as the real thing. And some, like Bahrain, are unavoidably stark. Ironically, it's when the rain starts that the visuals really shine. Puddles form unevenly, spray blinds, and eventually tyres will gradually and authentically clear the racing line, but not yet. The obligatory post-race replays may even have the cinematic edge over GT5s. There's lots of controls, but better still, they're set to a soundtrack of contemporary music from the likes of Pendulum. We like. We did have a few niggles with the display though. The colour of the circuit map in the bottom left corner often matches the colour of the track, making it very difficult to read, especially at 200 miles an hour. And we would have preferred all the on-screen text to be larger, because we're old and going blind.
Welcome to Formula One. You must be looking forward to getting your first season underway. Could you please give us a few details for those watching at home?
Your career begins with you joining one of F1's weaker teams.
Welcome to your new team. I'm Gabrielle, your agent. I'll be handling the legal side of your affairs as well as keeping you up to date with what's going on in the world of Formula One.
Obviously, your key objective is to become the world champion driver, and you do that by heading out on the track and showing everybody what you're made of. The season structure, of course, is the same as real F1. 19 races, beginning in Bahrain, taking in Monaco. What you can alter is race length. The minimum is about 10 laps, and difficulty, there's 4 settings. And at each event, there's practice. And qualifying sessions. And of course, the race itself. The potentially boring stuff of setting up the car and choosing race strategy is brought to life by the intuitive 3D pit garage interface, where your crew reside.
Hey, I want to talk to you about strategy and tyres.
Select the race engineer to change car setup. On easy mode, this is as simple as shifting a slider to set for the appropriate weather conditions. On higher difficulty settings, you can tweak downforce, top speed and handling. During practice, the engineer sets objectives, usually time targets, which, if achieved, unlock car upgrades. Another key element in the garage is the driver monitor. It shows weather forecasts and track info. Remember, weather can change at any time. And then, during practice and qualifying, it shows the leaderboard and allows you to fast forward. On dry days, towards the end of qualifying, there's likely to be more grip on the track. Good, but also possibly more cars.
Starter up, car to track.
Damn, why is life never simple? Then you're out on the track and it's largely up to you, though you will get some instructions from the race engineer, like when to pit. You have no control of the car in the pit lane, but the stops do look good. The other factor which determines the progress of your career is your performance with the media.
There's no refuelling during the race this season, so how much of a difference has that heavier load made to the way the car handles?
Each post-race interview question has 3 possible answers, one positive, another non-committal, and a third negative. We've chosen the negative answer, that the car performs poorly on a full tank. Why? Because we like to ruffle feathers.
Hey, the team want to know what you're playing at. Talking about them like that in the press?
As your driving improves, raising your standing, the options open up for you to use interviews to influence the performance of your team. For example, put pressure on the second driver to raise his game, or guide where R&D money is spent. Original, intuitive and apt. We like this feature a lot.
The team say your performance is okay.
It made the career mode satisfying and surprising. Whether you're a hardcore racing fan or a more casual speedster, you'll want an exciting racing experience. But as you head into the first corner to find that yet again, you're the only driver making any mistakes, you'll wonder whether you're up against perfect AI. Whether this is the Stepford Wives of driving games. But persist, and you'll find that the computer opponents do have their weaknesses. Apply pressure to them, and they will make mistakes.
Come on, we can outbrake this guy easily.
And then there are the choreographed incidents. At the Malaysian Grand Prix, at some point in the race, there'll be a car crashed around this corner.
Waved yellows in Sector 3. Yellow flag conditions apply. Watch out for debris.
Those planning to cheat, beware. In practice and qualifying, F1 deals with potential corner cutters pretty easily. If all 4 wheels go outside the track, the lap is invalidated. Not only does this rule out shortcuts, it punishes those going wide on corners too. More casual gamers might find this strict rule quite infuriating. New drivers driving in weaker teams also need to manage their expectations. Even with the game set on easy, to qualify anywhere other than last, you'll need to drive an almost faultless lap. And in races, if a gap opens up, you'll need to perform like Lewis Hamilton's bank account to claw back ground. But like anything that's tough, when you finally begin to get somewhere, it's incredibly rewarding. Outbreaking opponents. Pushing them off their racing line. Gradually carving your way up the field. Ignoring the boring race engineer.
Careful when you overtake. The last thing we need is for you to damage the car.
We could do all of these things on the wide, gentle corners of the Malaysian circuit, but Monaco, that was a different matter. OK, verdict time. First off, some disappointments. There's no split screen, no 2-player co-op campaign, and only 12-player online races. Drivers don't switch teams mid-season, and there's no podiums.
Park safely. It's over, mate.
But on the plus side, the combination of a brilliant dynamic weather system, choreographed events within races,
The crash in Sector 3 has been cleared.
qualifying sessions and real races, and sophisticated driver AI make this an incredibly varied driving experience. And the new media handling system? Well, it's not full-on team management, but it deepens the campaign experience enormously. Codemasters might not thank us for saying it this way, but this is the best F1 simulation ever. 9 out of 10. Don't buy it if you haven't got a steering wheel or plenty of dedication.